What's good, y'all? This is your boy Joe Cliff. We are here. Big shout out to everybody out there. Big shout out that's on it, to everybody that's right here on the channel that's rocking with me. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you like these videos. We're gonna get this traction rolling. We're gonna continue to put out this content. We're gonna go crazy and we're gonna talk about what we need to talk about. We're gonna talk about the stuff that nobody else is talking about. I hope everybody had a good day. Hope everybody celebrated their mom over this weekend. You know, you put in that time, you only get one mom. I know a lot of people have different relationships with their family and with their moms, but you know, sometimes you gotta put that stuff aside, put your pride aside, your ego aside, put that pain, that trauma, and everything you went through aside, and just try to be the bigger and better person and actually understand and get together with your family and talk, have them conversations, them taboo conversations that you don't wanna have, them conversations that you need to have though. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. We're here. And I'm just here to talk about real quick how really the JBP is giving us back Sue Surf. Yes, the Joe Budden Podcast is giving Sue Surf back to us. Let's talk about it. I know you're probably wondering why I say something like that or why I would say something like that. But if you're just looking at what's going on, then you're paying attention, then you would see that I wouldn't say things are unraveling, but things are, it's kind of hard to transition right now for the JBP as far as getting things in motion, as far as being on a legit network. Not saying that the JBP isn't in a legit network, but being on a bigger platform, you know, being able to tour and things of that nature. So if you don't know, now you do know. If you didn't hear, if you are a fan of the JBP, then you knew this was coming because Rory has been sneak dissing. He has been speaking on some situations before Joe has been able to even say on anything. But the Joe Budden Podcast was supposed to go on tour, but the tour is now canceled. And over the past couple weeks, there's been a couple of issues that they have to deal with, have to iron out. I don't know if that's the reason why the tour is being canceled. I don't know if it's because Joe said it was prematurely planned and things of that nature. So I don't know what's really going on, but as far as timing, the timing is completely off. The timing is completely bad. And this puts some of the people in a wiggle. Like, I don't know if these guys really been paying attention, but last week or the week before, the guys had a pretty crazy pod. And I'm not talking about as far as like anything too nutty or like that. I'm talking about as far as the extent of conversation, how deep they went into conversation, and just some of the things they touched on. And it wasn't really to the liking of some people. They spoke on the Meg Thee Stallion situation and how evidence is turning up to find out that Meg could be lying on Tory, and how, you know, some things ain't lining up after the Gayle King interview. And a couple people had some stuff to say about that. And Joe and Ish felt the fire of that episode, because Ish, he's more of a closed off person. He doesn't speak much on his personal life inside the podcast, and he doesn't talk about his kids really or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? He tries to keep the more personal things very close to him, and I understand that. But recently his child's mom came out and she spoke on some things. She spoke on Ish possibly being an absent father. This is all hearsay. This isn't me saying it. This is just speculation and things that she's saying, things that she posted on her Twitter page. She was saying how Ish is evading paying her back child support and things of that nature. So it got a little messy, it got a little crazy, and he hasn't spoken on anything, and I respect that. You know, you can't, if you're gonna stick by something, You gotta stick it all the way through. And he hasn't spoken on it. He's continued to keep up a good spirits on the podcast. He's continued to been hitting home runs out of the park on the podcast, and he's been continuing to do what he had to do. So big shouts out to Ish and Joe Budden. He actually, he had to hear some things from Tahiri because he spoke on the situation with Ocho Cinco and Evelyn. And then she spoke on the situation with Tahiri, and Tahiri actually hopped in and she spoke on the situation too. And that brought things, Joe spoke on the situation. We already know, if you know Joe Budden, he's not gonna speak on something. If something is brought to the light or something's brought to his table, he is gonna speak on it. And big shouts out to Joe. Him and Ish are two totally different sides of the coin, you know what I'm saying, as far as vulnerability and actually, giving yourself out. And Ish is new to this, so I wouldn't expect him to actually, come out here and be like, yo, this is my life, this is what I got going on, this is what I've been through, and this is what I'm trying to battle with, and things of that nature, because he's literally a year into the podcast game. And we would have never even knew Ish if the podcast wasn't falling apart before. So it's like, it's like a cycle, you know what I'm saying? It's like an everlasting cycle. Around the same time last year, it was a smear campaign around Joe Budden's name. It was the same thing that was pretty much going on around the same time last year. But I don't know if that's what's affecting what's going on or, things like that. But the tour is canceled. And like I said, if you've been paying attention, Sue Surf is a big part of the new Joe Budden podcast. The podcast. That's kind of crazy to say. That's why I drew a blank real quick. It's like podcast, pod. But he is a part of the podcast cast, and he plays a good part. Like, you know what I'm saying? He comes in on the Patreon episodes, and he's hilarious. He brings good, witty, hood topics. He calls himself the Hood Yoda. Jordan, he comes off the bench and he's scoring 30 points. Surf is a good addition because he knows how to speak, he knows how to articulate himself, he knows how to actually debate, and he knows how to listen too. That's the thing. That's what makes a good debate, if you're able to actually listen and then rebut to whatever's going on and what the other person is saying. So big shouts out to Surf. But he was supposed to be taking a break after this Cortez battle. That's where this brings us. Sue Surf is supposed to battle Cortez at Resolution, and then the situation happened with him and the guy where the guy had one of the fans had a knife, and then Sue Surf's crew had to do what they had to do to protect the artist. You know what I'm saying? So big shouts out to Sue Surf, his crew. They had to protect the artist, and I know you've seen the video. The video is all over. The situation happened, so him and Cortez couldn't battle, so it was moved to this right here, this card, Civil War. And honestly, I got to listen to the battle. I did drop a recap of the battle. Sue Surf did take that battle 2-1 clear. First and the third clear. Cortez took the second clear. But now, after that battle, he went straight to the Twitter Spaces and he was speaking on some things, you know what I'm saying? He started speaking on who he wants to battle next. Him and Daylight had a crazy face-off. I got that on there too. He started calling out some people. He talked about Vixen, JC, and Daylight. He talked about JC for possibly Gnome. He said he'll take Vixen on a volume card or something like that, and he'll take Daylight at Summer Madness. And that sounds like a crazy lineup. That's Champion of the Year material. My whole thing is Sue Surf back fully? Is he coming back? Because now that there's no tour for the JBP, maybe he's, weighing his options now. Because that was money, People don't realize that's a good amount of money if you look at touring. And if you're in the entertainment industry and you just do your due diligence and you just look into these different things as far as touring, merchandising, how to brand market and do that and all that type of stuff, then you know that there's big money in that type of stuff. You go sell you're selling your likeness. So if I go to run a tour, I could actually do, I could stop, I could sell my t-shirts, I could sell myself literally by selling meet and greets. You want a meet and greet pass? This is another X amount of dollars, things of that nature. So that's a big piece of the pie that these guys are missing out on, and I'm pretty sure that's a piece of the pie that they was looking forward to. Like, them guys, they did a commercial for the tour and everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like it wasn't something that was thought out, it's something that was actually willing to be executed. So I don't know what's gonna go on with that, but now it brings Sue Surf back to the situation where he has to battle, he has to put out music, you know what I'm saying? That would have been such a good look for him, because at the same time, if you want to look at it, it's crazy marketing, it's crazy cross marketing, because they could have actually had him even open up the shows, you know what I'm saying, with his music, you know what I'm saying, or have, bring out people, help them, have them open up the shows and things like that. And maybe they're working on stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, maybe that's stuff that they didn't think about, that they're trying to execute this go around. But it's just like the timing of everything is just a little crazy, and everything just like, it don't make no sense, and it doesn't mesh, it's not intertwining. But Sue Surf is back to battle rap, I guess. So I just want to know what you guys think. He said JC, Daylight, and Vixen. He's still calling out Vixen. He talked about Vixen. He sent some shots at Vixen in the Cortez battle. You know what I'm saying? He was going crazy in that Cortez battle. Make sure you guys check out that recap. And please, like these videos, man. That's what I need. Yo, 1 second. These guys ain't liking these videos. Like my videos. Please. Pretty please. Like my videos. Seriously, smash that like button, smash that sub button, smash that notification button. But yeah, back to it. He called out Vixen again during the Cortez battle, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna be locked in. He keeps talking about JC. He said he'll take JC and Gnome happens in June. So hopefully that gets locked in. Daylight said that he signed the contract already for Sue Surf. He said he signed the contract already for Sue Surf. He's waiting on Surf. So we're going to see how that goes. He was saying that he sent the contract to Beasley. Daylight be talking a lot of shit. He said that he wanted to battle somebody on Kings versus Queens. Beasley told him no. Like, he be saying so much stuff. You don't know what to believe from Daylight. So I don't know, but he definitely said that he signed the Sue Surf contract and he is waiting on Surf, and that he will take Surf anywhere. Surf said that Daylight cannot do nothing with him on the big stage, which I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I'm not counting there's certain people I'm not counting out no more, like seriously. Like Calico, I would never count out Calico again, because every time I think Calico is gonna lose, or I predict Calico to lose, he does the total opposite and he like dominates. You know what I'm saying? People like that, Surf, when, you know what I'm saying, he was looking a little shaky going through his problems, not like preparing well enough, or not just having like come in with 2 rounds and things like that. It's like, yo, you're picking these people to win. It's like, yo, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not picking against Sue Surf no more. I'm not picking against Calico no more. So honestly, I would love to see Sue Surf versus Daylight, but I think Daylight has to see Loaded Lux and Rum Nitty before he sees Surf. That's a bet. That has to happen. Mandatory. That's mandatory. That has to happen. Daylight versus Loaded Lux, or Daylight versus Rum Nitty has to happen before Daylight versus Sue Surf again, because if you know your battle rap history, they already battled. It wasn't I can't say it wasn't a good battle. I'm just, the animation and all the antics and everything that was incorporated in the battle. Like, if you go watch the battle right now, Sue Surf versus Daylight, it's crazy. They got like a green screen type thing, and they're in a Coliseum with lions, and like, it's nuts, bro. It's nuts. So yeah, that's a no-go. But I don't know, man. I just want to know what's going on. I want to know what you guys think. Who do you want to see Surf battle next? If you listen to that battle, who do you have winning that battle between Surf and Cortez? I can't wait to see that battle, because performance is actually a big part of battle rap nowadays. So Once Surf gets in that bag and he starts performing and executing and playing out the bars that he's rapping, it just takes it to another level. So like I can only imagine what was going on up there, you know what I'm saying, with him and Cortez. So I can't wait to actually visually see that battle too. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing these drops. I'm gonna be dropping daily from now on. I am coming through, I am working hard, I'm pushing through, and I'm putting my name out there. Let me know what you guys think about this Joe Budden stuff too, and I'm definitely gonna put the I'm gonna put some Twitter pics and all that other stuff in here too, so you guys can actually see that I am not capping. But this is your boy Joe Cliff. We are on the outside looking in. I am rocking with y'all. I hope you guys are coming through. I hope you guys are sitting here. I hope you guys are watching these videos. I hope you guys are entertained. Am I entertained? Are you not entertained? Let me know. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and make sure you pay attention to what's going on. And that means you gotta hit that notification bell, you know? Hit that notification bell. This your boy Joe Cliff. Holla.